In the smartphone industry, Samsung is a major player at the global level. This is because the products offered have a number of features and qualified specifications, including updates and innovations. Well, here is a list of recommendations for the best Samsung phones that you can use in 2025. The Samsung Galaxy S25 Edge comes with a 6.7-inch LTPO AMOLED 2X display, 1440 by 3120 pixels resolution with 120 Hz refresh rate and HDR10+ for crisp and smooth visuals. The display is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Ceramic 2. The rear camera consists of two lenses, a 200-megapixel main camera with OIS and PDAF, and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera. The smartphone can also record videos up to 8K resolution at 30 frames per second and 4K at 30, 60, or 120 frames per second. The front camera is 12 megapixel and supports 4K video recording at 30 or 60 frames per second. Powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, 3nm fabrication, the Galaxy S25 Edge has an octa-core CPU consisting of two 4.47 GHz cores and six 3.53 GHz cores, as well as an Adreno 830 GPU. Internal memory is available in 256 GB or 512 GB with 12 GB of RAM, but no microSD card slot. The 3900 mAh battery supports 25-watt fast charging, capable of charging up to 55% in 30 minutes, as well as 15-watt wireless charging. The Galaxy S25 Edge comes in three colors: titanium icy blue, titanium silver, and titanium jet black. The price of the Samsung Galaxy S25 Edge starts at $1,190. Samsung's flagship, officially released on February 3, 2025, features a 6.9-inch dynamic LTPO AMOLED 2X display with a resolution of 1440 by 3120 pixels and a refresh rate of 120 Hz. The display has a brightness level of up to 2600 nits, providing a sharp and clear visual experience, and is protected by Corning Gorilla Armor 2 for extra durability. The chipset is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite 3nm fabrication, a Galaxy-only one with up to 16 GB of RAM and up to 1 TB of storage options. In terms of photography, there are four rear cameras that include a 200-megapixel main camera with OIS and PDAF, a 10-megapixel telephoto camera with OIS and 3x optical zoom, a 50-megapixel telephoto periscope camera with OIS and 5x optical zoom, and a 50-megapixel ultra-wide camera with dual-pixel PDAF and super steady video for recording up to 8K at 30 frames per second. From the front camera sector, the phone has a 12-megapixel sensor capable of recording videos up to 4K at 60 frames per second. The price of the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra starts from $1,405. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 comes with a 6.3-inch cover screen, dynamic LTPO AMOLED 2X with a refresh rate of 120 Hz and peak brightness of 2600 nits. The foldable main screen measures 7.6 inches, using the same dynamic LTPO AMOLED 2X panel, also with a refresh rate of 120 Hz and peak brightness of 2600 nits. For the front camera, There is a 4-megapixel under-display camera on the main screen and a 10-megapixel camera on the cover screen. On the back, there is a triple main camera setup consisting of a 50-megapixel main lens, a 10-megapixel telephoto lens with 3 times optical zoom, and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide lens. The device is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chipset with 12 GB of RAM and internal storage, ranging from 256 GB to 1 TB. The battery has a capacity of 4,400 mAh with support for 25-watt fast charging and 15-watt wireless charging. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 is available in several color options, including navy, silver shadow, pink, black, and white. The price of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 starts at $1,620. This smartphone has a 3.4-inch Super AMOLED cover display with a resolution of 720 by 748 pixels and a density of 306 pixels per inch, protected by Gorilla Glass Victus 2. The display inside is a 6.7-inch foldable dynamic LTPO AMOLED 2X with a resolution of 1080 by 2640 pixels and a density of 426 pixels per inch, and supports HDR10+ and has a peak brightness level of 2600 nits. The front camera has a resolution of 10 megapixels, while the rear camera consists of 2 cameras, a 50-megapixel main camera with OIS, and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 is equipped with a Qualcomm SM8650-AC Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chipset with an 8-core CPU and Adreno 750 GPU. The device is available in 256 GB and 512 GB of internal storage variants, each with 12 GB of RAM, but without an additional card slot. The battery has a capacity of 4,000 mAh with support for 25-watt fast charging, 15-watt wireless charging, and 4.5-watt reverse wireless charging. The device is available in a variety of colors, including yellow, silver shadow, mint, blue, black, white, and peach. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 price starts at $1,068. The Samsung Galaxy A56 comes with a 6.7-inch Super AMOLED display that supports 120 Hz refresh rate and HDR10+, with a resolution of 1080 by 2340 pixels and protected with Corning Gorilla Glass Victus Plus. For photography, the Galaxy A56 is equipped with a triple-lens rear camera, a 50-megapixel main camera that supports PDAF and OIS, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera with a 123-degree viewing angle, and a 5-megapixel macro camera. The front camera has a 12-megapixel lens with 4K video capabilities for crisp and clear selfies. The Exynos 1580 chipset, 4-nanometer fabrication, paired with various RAM options, 6 GB, 8 GB, and 12 GB, and internal storage ranging from 128 GB to 256 GB. Battery life on the Galaxy A56 is powered by a 5,000 mAh battery that supports 45-watt fast charging. Samsung Galaxy A56 price starts from $405.